What's up, good people? I hope you are doing very well. In today's mindfulness moment, I want to talk about something that I experienced the other day. So I was listening to the Miss Yoyo Show the other day, and if you guys haven't checked her out, please do check her out. She offers kind of real world advice through comedy and entertainment. Real cool. So definitely check her out when you get a chance. But she said something that really stuck with me. She said, "Don't let what you can't do stop what you can do." Now, that really stuck with me because it's something that, I have experienced in my life and I've seen a lot of other people experience. So, today I really want to talk about showing up for yourself, doing the things that you can do to really influence the things that you can't and influence the life that you really want. I think it's very important. And I've probably talked about this before in smaller settings, that it's really important that you understand your power and understand the things that you're able to do that make you who you are, and give you the ability to affect change in your life, affect change in other people's lives, and just be the well-rounded person you are. And a lot of times we want to do certain things in our lives. We set out to accomplish certain things, and we are our worst critics. We are our worst enemy when it comes to moving forward on those things. We make all kind of excuses. We tell ourselves, well, I can't do this, I can't do that. And it really stops us and hinders us from moving forward. So I think it's very important that we understand what our real strengths are in those moments, and put those on the forefront. Take the things that you are strong at and the things that you're good at, and really put those in the front of your mind and be able to move forward in whatever situation you're in, with those things being the catalyst for whatever change that you want to make. And you can always learn the things that you don't know if you spend time in those areas. A lot of times people think that they don't have the ability to learn something if it's not innate, and that's just simply not true. Some people have learned some things faster because they have an interest in them. It's not always that you're not capable of learning something, or you're not of an aptitude of learning something. A lot of times it's because you don't have an interest in that. For instance, if you are in a class full of people who are doing economics or doing something on a finance side, and some people are flourishing and some people aren't, typically the people who are flourishing at that have had an interest in that for a longer period of time. So they have more of a foundational knowledge and interest in that specific thing. But I think as people, we tend to see those high achievers in whatever area as that's just something they're good at, and I can never be good at that particular thing. And that's just not true. I think given enough time and enough focus on those things, you can become just as good or even better at it if that's something you really put the time and effort into. So just always keep that in mind, that it's not always that you're not good at something. Sometimes it's just that you don't have a particular interest in it, or you haven't had a long-standing interest in a specific thing. So it takes you a little while longer to do it. But over time you can get there. And I find it funny sometimes that even, we'll even start to tell other people that they can't do specific things because we have this feeling of not being able to do something. And, that's just it. That's just that fear carrying over from what we're going through, and what we believe about ourselves carrying over to other people. And it's really just fear. It's fear of not being able to live up to whatever expectations we are creating in our minds about something that we can't do. So you really have to be conscious of that. Really have to think about am I really at a place where I can't do this, or am I just making this up in my head based on me feeling like I can't do something that I'm seeing someone else do well. And that's the whole thing. It's like, just because you're seeing someone else do something well doesn't mean that you don't have this whole bank of other things that you can do well that person may not be able to do. And I think we forget that when we start to, go down that road of, trying to feel like we are a part of something else that, that is foreign to us, and that's really where it stems from. When something's foreign, we start to try to figure out how to emulate what's going on in that foreign thing, especially if it's something that, the end result that we see that we desire. And it's really driven by that. A lot of times we'll see an end result or have this picture of something in front of us that, gives us a feeling of, hey, I want that end result, or I want to be able to accomplish, what I'm seeing in front of me with my eyes. But a lot of times it's not real. It's not, the reality of what it takes to get there and what it takes to do that is not being shown in that picture. And we start to feel like, I can't accomplish that, or I can't, get to that point because, that end result is too big, it's too grandiose for me to accomplish based on what I'm able to do. And we'll start to, pass that along to other people, which is really a travesty and a tragedy, because there's so much we have to offer outside of the pretty pictures that we see and try to emulate. There's so much that we have to offer to ourselves and so much that we have to offer to others. You have to understand not to look at what you see in front of you as, something that just happened overnight. A lot of time and a lot of effort is usually put into the simple things that we see people are able to accomplish and pull off, but we see it as an end result. So we start to chip away at the things that we're good at because we see some end result here in front of us that someone else is doing, and we start to feel like maybe I can't do that, or maybe I can't get to that level because I don't have those skills and I don't have those things going for me that this particular person may have going for them. But it's very important that we don't allow that to happen, and we don't allow ourselves in that mind state of not doing the things that we are able to do and the things that we are able to accomplish just because we see something else that we can't do, and something that, might stop us from doing the things that we can do. So it's very important. I think that's a very important lesson to learn in life. And I think, it stuck with me when Miss Yoyo said it, and I really appreciate that message. I think it's a message that, a lot of people can learn from and grow from. So, just to hammer that home, please don't ever let the things that you can't do stop you from doing the things that you can do. Very important message. I hope it helps someone, and we'll see you in the next one.